Hello, welcome to my channel. It's time for another anti-hate video. And this one goes to We Are One Through God with the title Destiny Productions What Part 2. Now I listened to the video and it's heavily convoluted, so I am not going into the points on the various points that are being made in the video because, like I said, it is convoluted and it will take a lot of time to take apart. I will just address one statement, which you posed as a question. How are you supposed to stop your mind if you don't have trust in something taking care of you? Right. First of all, your mind isn't trustworthy because you have programmed yourself to be what you are today. For example, what is your true motivation? And you can ask yourself this question for making these videos that you are making. You will give me an answer and the YouTube community, which is different from the answer that you have in the secrecy of your mind, hidden behind dishonesty. There lies another answer, which only you know. And already you can see that you don't even know why you have this discrepancy between what you are telling the world and what you are truly believing and what you know is happening in your mind if you are choosing to be honest with yourself. The question then is, how do you get to see yourself, the nature of this hidden and secret answer, for example? And the way to do that is to stand up to yourself by being bluntly honest with yourself about your fears, being honest about your desires, about your likes and about your dislikes, and so on. And in the beginning, this will be difficult. And you will tell yourself many excuses why you shouldn't be doing this. But as you continue, you will start to see the web of thoughts, of feelings and emotions that make up who you are and that determine every move in your life. And there you can see that your mind just isn't trustworthy. Now, your mind is telling you that you should trust into something, which is what you call a higher being, that you cannot see, cannot hear, and cannot communicate with. I mean, all of the above for fact, because you are unable to clearly decipher between what you imagine and what would be real communication. You are clueless. We are all clueless. You may defend your imagination as real, though. You may insist that what you experience is communication with this higher being. But that is all you can do. And you can see around you, if you open your eyes and you look for fact what is happening in the world, that what you are imagining is your ego protecting your mind so that your mind doesn't need to change, that you don't need to change. It's a protection. Your mind will tell you this higher being is there, everything is okay. It's your mind that will entice you in doing so, because the mind protects itself. Take a look, for example, I'll give you an example, a real-life, contemporary, current example. For example, we have people protesting about living conditions, austerity measures, And many of the concurrent global protests have turned violent. Now, according to your type of reasoning, we would have to see a change in the world. We would have to see that the government, which is that body that we have elected to take care of us, start to care about what their citizens think, what their citizens do. They start to notice that the citizens are unhappy because they're going into the street protesting. But instead what we see is that more and more infringement of our rights is taking place, instead of any changes that actually make this place a better world for everyone. So it seems that the governments can't hear us, no matter how loud we scream and protest. Right? Because otherwise we would see some definite changes. Now let's go back to the protest for a minute. Let's say you were protesting peacefully, but somehow the guy next to you suddenly got violent. How did this happen? You trusted this guy to be there with you in protest for similar reasons to yours, to create better conditions for everyone on a specific topic, let's say. Now, how do you know the guy next to you was there with you on that level? How do you know he wasn't paid by the government to incite violence, so that the government has created reasons why they must curb these protests in the future? You see, you trusted your mind, and your mind was untrustworthy. You trusted your mind in believing that the guy next to you was there for similar reasons. And this, by the way, is a tangible, a real example, meaning the person next to you was in flesh and blood. He wasn't part of your imagination, like you believe in a benevolent God or in some supreme being. So my point is, look around you in the world and realize, as long as you make something responsible for you outside of yourself and everyone else's life, you are fucked. What you can do is stand up, stop those kind of thoughts, because they serve no purpose. It serves no purpose to dwell on your imagination, to speculate on a God. Stand up and realize that your mind cannot be trusted, and take responsibility as self here to change this world, but to change it in action. And the action is self-directed. You are the subject of your change. You are the subject of your change in self-participation. Investigate who you are. You are not your mind.